We're live at LakePoint Sports for the Minority Baseball Prospects High School Showdown and a matchup with the top player in the nation as Mays faces Redan. Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia's Shon, Blackburn, and Shon. All eyes going to be on Mays' Termarr Johnson, who may well be the #1 player taken in this summer's MLB draft. But Johnson, not the only player in this game that could hear his name called in the draft as Redan counters with Jason Avila, the Florida State-bound outfielder.
Everywhere Termarr seems to go, there's going to be plenty of eyes on him, and I'm sure he's used to that, but I would not count out any of these guys on Redan and the talent that they have.
All right, so let's go through the lineups before things get started here. Mays Raiders going to start off with Nicholas King, third base, Termarr Johnson hitting second, the shortstop, Jalen Woods, the second baseman, hitting third, followed by Javon Reeder, Anthony Bivens, Quintavious Johnson, Loden Habersham, the pitcher, Jacob Jordan, the first baseman, and Makai Smith. Redan going to start off here. We're going to see Bernard Moon on the mound, and we'll get into their lineup as things go along here, but we're going to get a chance to see Termarr Johnson hit second, and obviously a lot of pressure on this kid, and Shon will get into this a little bit more as things go along. Certainly a debate whether he or Drew Jones out of Wesleyan, of course, the son of 10-time Gold Glove winning outfielder Andrew Jones from the Braves, which one of those guys goes #1. But it's going to be an exciting opportunity here to see Termarr Johnson up close and personal.
Yeah, and Drew Jones is obviously a top talent, and all these MLB scouts that are over this region, what a treat for them. They get two guys that are no more than, 30 miles from each other in high school ball.
All right, well, we'll see what Bernard Moon has in store here as we get things going. Again, Nicholas King, the third baseman, going to start things off here for the Mays Raiders. It's Adrian Martinez going out and giving Moon a few tips there, a few pointers before he ends up taking on this lineup.
Moon starting his windup here.
All right, here we go. Moon with the delivery. Misses outside for ball one. 86 on the scoreboard.
Good arm on the mound.
Comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And the 1-1 outside. Comes Moon on the 2-1. Pops him up. He hit the top of the scout tower here. Got to be ready for anything when the noise is here and you're in the scout tower.
Oh, yeah. I think I've gotten used to it after all the years I've been here. So when they hit the tower, I stopped the flinching that I used to do. Oh!
Flicks that one away, foul. Makes it 2-2.
That one looked like it was running in on his chest, and he somehow fouled it down the third baseline.
Imagine if you're Moon, you got to be a little amped up, especially when you look over in the on-deck circle there and see Termarr Johnson looming.
Yep. It always, I guess, gets the blood flowing when you know you're facing the top talent, because you want to go out there and compete with them and see where you stack up against the best.
All right, the count's 3-2. Pops that one into left center. But Jason Avila camps underneath that for the first out. Such a rangy outfielder Avila is, athletic kid. All right, so here he comes, Termarr Johnson. 5'10", 175-pound shortstop. You read some of the takes on this guy, and he's unbelievable. Jim Callis, who has him going #1 in MLB.com's draft, says one scout told him he's the best high school hitter in decades. Went on to say he's a mix of Wade Boggs' discipline and Vladimir Guerrero Sr.'s bat-to-ball skills. I mean, it's just unbelievable the comps that this kid's getting.
Yeah, those are no slight in comps there. I've seen people on Twitter liking him to Tony Gwynn, and that's, I mean, one of the best hitters of all time. When you're getting those comparisons in high school, you got to know the player's really good.
He starts him off 1-0. Gets a strike in the outside corner.
Keeping it away from him. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Brady House, who was drafted by the Nationals, told me that you get to a point as a high school player where nobody wants to pitch to you, especially when you're the biggest bat in that lineup.
Right. We saw Jared Jones of Walton High School here a few weekends ago, and I want to say he got intentionally walked 4 times in one game because people don't even bother to pitch to him.
Yep, get used to it.
Yeah.
Can't let one guy beat you. Shoots that one down the left field line. Unable to make the play.
Is that a fair ball?
Going to call that foul, and got to see the helmet fly off, though. So you see the speed. We got to see the speed a little bit.
It's on second base by the time the ball even landed over there.
Yeah, just in practice. Just getting his laps in. I'm sure all the scouts had their stopwatches out as they were watching him.
Tried to see that home the first time.
That's right. He's going to catch his breath. All right, back to work for Mr. Johnson. The count's 2-2, 1 out here in the top of the first. Mays against Redan. Might have been the only pitch he's going to see in this AB. It's now 3-2. Yeah, flicks that one foul. Johnson remains uncommitted, but he's visited the likes of Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Arizona State, Oregon, most recently Georgetown. If anything, he's getting quite the sweatshirt collection.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got plenty to just hand off to people if they want him. Every school wants him, so he's going to get visits to every school.
Well, it starts off with a walk.
I mean, even in that walk at that, you can see the bat-to-ball comparisons. He's barreling balls the other way that are probably on the outside part of the plate, maybe even balls in the other batter's box, but he's still getting the barrel to it, and like you said, kind of just flicking it that way.
Yeah, I had a scout, actually he was a cross-checker who ended up signing Freddie Freeman, and weirdly enough, he's the stepfather of Christian Yelich. Told me that, Tom Batista, by the way, is his name. Tom told me that it's rare that people throw it around, but it's rare that you ever really see that advanced hit tool at the high school level, because so often, guys just get used to hitting bad pitching. They really, can't be all that selective or aren't all that selective. But I think certainly people believe that this guy has that advanced tool, and he's got some speed as he shows it there, but he got him.
Wow, what a throw by the catcher.
Yeah, Adrian Martinez absolutely gunned him out. Martinez, no slouch, the 21st ranked backstop in the class of 2023 here in Georgia, gets him for the second out. A couple years from now, Adrian Martinez is going to be sitting around telling people about how he gunned down Termarr Johnson.
Exactly.
Second base.
It's not just the pitcher that wants to stack up against the best. The catcher wants to throw out one of the faster guys in high school ball.
That's right. All right, 1-1's the count here over Moon. That one bounces away, but he gets a strike. I like the shoe game here from Jalen Woods, the second baseman. Oh, man, that one's almost got him. Oh, they say it did. Clipped him on the shoulder.
Yep. Yeah, I know how big you are into shoes.
That's right.
Been talking all day about shoes, but those are pretty sweet. Got the
highlighters.
Yeah, orange, neon green, yellowish.
We're going to see those things in motion, I think.
I think so.
Jalen Woods looks like he can move.
Martinez again.
All right, here comes Javon Reeder, the catcher for Mays. There's a 2 down in the inning here. Moon allowed a walk to Termarr Johnson, and now he hit Jalen Woods with the pitch and the ball on the field. One of the pitfalls here of playing at LakePoint Sports with these fields so close together.
Yep, foul balls flying all over the place. Field to field, there's so many stoppages that you see here all the time.
Moon pumps that in for a strike.
Swing and a miss there, strike 2.
So an 0-2 here. See how Moon can attack him here and potentially get out of this inning. Woods taken off.
Fouled off.
Yeah, fouled off, and looks like it hit off of Martinez's hand as well.
I think he was ready to throw out another base runner this inning.
Woods' cleats did look pretty sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of movement.
Makes him look faster.
It does. All right, here comes the 0-2 from Moon. Just misses on the outside corner.
Look good. If you're a Redan fan, you want that call.
Woods with a pretty healthy lead. Not quite in time. This is Javon Reeder, the catcher, up deck on the up deck. Excuse me, Anthony Bivens, the center fielder, waiting in the on deck circle. Here comes a 1-2 from Moon. Swings through that, and Martinez looking around, but it's up into the net and down in the field.
It's a good at bat that Reeder's putting together.
Yeah, the pitch count climbing for Moon here. Check swing. So he didn't go.
Redan coaches thought otherwise.
There you go, another ball in the field.
Won't be the last time.
The count is 2 there in terms of balls in the field. We'll see how high we get as this game continues. There's a game going on to the left and one to the right. Another behind us, all 4 fields in this part of the LakePoint Sports campus, the baseball village, in full effect. Another 2-2 from Moon. Shoots that one into, and able to make the play is Ian Everett. He's an end of the inning, so Bernard Moon allows some base runners but gets out of trouble. We're on to the bottom of the first here. It's going to be the Redan Raiders' turn as we continue here from LakePoint Sports. Back here at LakePoint Sports, the bottom of the first inning here as Mays takes on Redan here, part of the Minority Baseball Prospects High School Showdown. It's not going to be Redan Raiders' turn here. The hit with Jason Avila, followed by Ian Everett and Daniel Ortiz. Comes Avila. The Florida State-bound outfielder going to start things off for the Raiders. They'll be going against Loudon Habersham on the mound for Mays. See Termarr Johnson there barking orders out to the outfield. Really does just take control. You know, Phil Kerber, the PBR Georgia scouting director, was telling me that last time he saw him. It's a kid that his presence is felt regardless if he's not getting hits, if he's not, making outs. He's still somebody who's, leading the team around him, and sometimes those intangibles are hard to quantify.
Right. I mean, you can have all the talent, but the IQ gets a lot of the scouts' eyes, and like you said, that presence really captures people. And people take note.
1-1 is the count to Avila. Habersham misses inside. Yeah, and that's going to be one of the interesting pieces here because, I mentioned the debate between Drew Jones at Wesleyan and Johnson around who should be the #1 pick. I mean, you see the potential of Drew Jones because we saw it play out for 15 major league seasons with his father. And, where do you go? I mean, what ultimately wins out? Is it the potential, is the athleticism, or, do you see the intangibles from somebody like Termarr Johnson and that leadership? And when you start stacking skills that are, somewhat equal, what's the winning formula?
Yeah, I think there's probably one sure thing that the team that does draft whoever, Termarr Johnson or Drew Jones, they're going to get a great player. Yeah, they're just both really, really good. I think Termarr, might be ahead in the game and with some tools, but like you said, Drew Jones, he's got his dad that you can see where his career may lead him if he can even be half the player of what his dad was. He was great.
Habersham started Jason Avila off with a walk, and he quickly steals second as we have Ian Everett here, the Jackson State commit.
Yeah, and while we're talking about Drew Jones, how about Andrew Jones not making the Hall of Fame for?
It'll happen, so, I've spent a lot of time, with him over the years, and, certainly a guy that, he wants it. He wants to be in the Hall of Fame. When you hear, the pitchers that were with him during those 90s Braves teams, and certainly Chipper Jones talking about what they believe that he meant to that team. And I think as you get those guys that were on the Hall of Fame ballot that were kind of clogging things up, all those controversial figures, Bonds and Clemens and Kurt Schilling, and you think about now, being able to kind of clear that out and allows them to, I think, put more of a focus on guys who actually should be in, and then if it doesn't work out for him, I think the Veterans Committee, the ERA committees are clearly going to put him in just because I think the guys who played against him, who played with him, hold him in such high regard. I think it's going to end up happening.
Right, and I was only able to catch, the latter part of his career, but, you watch highlights, you look at his numbers, those are Hall of Fame numbers, and I only saw him play a couple times, but it was always a treat to watch him play back in the Turner Field days. But I thought that was just an interesting point. Every year I feel like he's getting snubbed.
Yep.
But hopefully he gets on there soon.
It's coming. Not everybody can be a first-timer like Glavine and Maddox and Smoltz and Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
Just you have a run of them, and it seems like it's just a given. The 3-1, Jason Avila taking off again. Falls off the bag, but he's all right. They're calling him safe.
I think it's going to be a hit by pitch. It's going to be a dead ball.
All right, well, here we go. I was too busy watching Avila try to – I'm not sure what he was trying to do. It looked like some kind of new dance move he was trying to pull off there. He was trying to work around the third baseman, but he's going to go back to second base. That's one of the things about the guys who play here at LakePoint Sports a lot. This turf can play tricks on you. It can get slick as the night goes on. The field kind of gets slick. You go past the bag, or just the slide is a little bit different. I mean, Jason Avila's played here many times. He's played here a lot of times this past summer, and he's played here for Redan before as well. But you never quite know what the base running aspect of the game is going to be like on this surface.
Yeah, and if you've never played here, you never played on any kind of turf,
Oh, slick double play there. Started off by Termarr. Oh, we can't get the second piece of it, but man, Termarr Johnson with a slick play to get that thing going. Runner's going to advance. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned it there. It's you know, if you're not used to it, it's a surface that can certainly be difficult.
It takes a while to get used to it for sure.
Well, the glove is real and it's spectacular. We got a chance to see that there from Termarr Johnson, getting things started on a potential double play, but just unable to. Jalen Woods just unable to finish it off with the throw to first.
Yeah, and guys like that, you know, like Termarr, it's not just their bats that's getting them these talks. It's also their glove. Termarr playing the premier position in baseball, shortstop, so he's got to have a great glove on him, and saw a little bit of it there.
This is Bernard Moon, excuse me, the pitcher. One thing you always wonder is, you know, most teams put their best athlete, especially at this level, at shortstop. You do wonder where's he going to be at the professional level, at the minor league level, if he goes on to college, whatever step is next for Termarr Johnson in his career. Is he going to be a shortstop? You know, I think you just so often see teams take the best guy that they have, the best athlete they have, and throw him at that spot. So I think it'll be interesting to see how the scouts believe that the skills translate defensively.
And I'm sure, you know, plenty of teams, just based off of his build, will maybe want to put him at second base. Kind of looks like your traditional second baseman. He's not a really tall guy. You know, he's stocky, he's bigger, but he's quick. He's quick enough to cover that range at shortstop. So, I mean, I would say if he can play it, then I'd say keep him at that position.
Yeah, I see kind of, you know, Brandon Phillips, Ketel Marte, you know, that kind of build with him. Not necessarily, you know, that. Yeah, I think Colin Houck from Parkview. You're talking about a 6'1" shortstop there. Who's that? It's kind of the.
That's more of your typical build for shortstop.
Johnson dancing around like he was going to try to get the runner at second. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch from Habersham. Redan leading 1-0 here after miscues and the base pass there and some throws from Mays.
You could tell Mays and his pitcher are really synced in. Pitcher's looking back at him every pitch, and you know Johnson is wow.
Shoots that one into left field. That ball is backtracking, gone. An absolute shot from Bernard Moon, the pitcher. Pitchers can hit rake, you know.
They can. Don't doubt them.
Put it all on display there with an absolute shot into left field.
Stutter step, Euro step, third base.
Well, he gives Redan a 3-0 lead and going to get some love here at home plate from the fellas. They are fired up.
I don't know if you caught the pimp job there, but Moon, he took a second to start his try. He watched that one for a little bit.
Well, he earned it. You know, certainly they know that there's a lot of people watching us right now to see one Termarr Johnson in action when you're Bernard Moon and you can show out a little bit in this environment. You certainly want to take advantage of it. All right, here comes Manolo Parcell, the left fielder. Flicks that one foul. Anthony Mateo, the right fielder, on deck for Redan. Up now 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. We call it a moonshot, right? Bernard Moon hits a home run at night. It's a moonshot. I think we'd be canceled if we didn't say that.
That one was a no-doubter.
Habersham misses there, makes it 1-2.
Hopefully there's no cars parked out there where that ball landed in our umpire parking lot here.
Yeah, I'm sure if you're the umpire, that's your second thought after you've signaled for them to you know, make the round trip to home. You start to wonder, where did I put my car at? All right, that one's sent foul, and nearly had a play there from Bishop McNamara player making their run down, trying to get the ball.
I think he dropped his
That's
phone
all around.
on his route there.
Here comes the 1-2 from Haversham. Another foul. Can't make a play. And that one's going to hit above the stands to the field to the right of us.
And like we said about players like Termarr Johnson always having eyes on. I think this is Dutchtown here. I think they may have already played or waiting for their game to play.
They're actually playing next. And they've got some dudes on that team too. Bryce Clavin, who's going to Oklahoma. They got Christian Jackson and Georgia State bound middle infielder. But yeah, everybody let's come over and get a glimpse of Termarr.
Right. Played against Dutchtown many, many times in my high school career. They were always in our region. They always had really good players.
All right, the 1-2 shoots that back at Haversham, and that one's going to be, Termarr Johnson able to get the ball but unable to make the play. Showing some speed as he cuts across the diamond bear, but he can't make it, and it ain't going to continue. So now here comes the right fielder, Anthony Mateo, the runner at first, former Manolo Parcell. Pitch count just rising here for Haversham.
It's another one of those double play balls, and hopefully they can.
Sinks in a 59-mile-an-hour curveball there. You gotta like that.
Got him off balance.
That's one of the few breaking balls we've seen Haversham throw so far, at least to that degree of success. Follows back with a fastball, and that one spikes away, and the runner gonna easily move to second and makes the turn towards third, but coming back. Johnson coming over to have some instructions for Haversham.
Yeah, maybe settle him down a little bit,
Again, it's 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Big blow coming from Bernard Moon, who just sent a moonshot into left field. An absolute no-doubt home run. All right, Haversham going to continue. 1-1 is the count to Anthony Mateo, the right fielder. Mateo shoots that one into right center. Woods able to camp underneath that for the second out. Much needed out for Mays.
Could be able to get out of this without too much damage here.
Here comes the big first baseman, Tioni Witherspoon.
That one got me.
That one got me too. Sounded like a gunshot here as the scout tower got hit by a ball. Not sure if y'all heard that at home or not, but
we definitely heard it.
We definitely heard it. The 0-1 misses outside. While we're behind windows, we're also in a 30-foot tall target here for everybody on these fields and these foul balls.
Yeah, and sometimes you get those really, really high foul balls that are coming straight down and just smacking the roof here.
Yep.
I think that was one of those.
Need to make a foam roof.
Do something.
All right, 1-2's the count to Witherspoon. Took a swing there at a inside breaking ball with a second strike. Haversham misses arm side. He shows you glimpses where you think that he's going to reel it in, and just unable to really string together some quality pitches.
Yeah, I might have gotten rattled by that home run a little bit.
Now that one gets away, and Parcell going to easily be standing at third, and just hope at this point he can get out of the inning. I'm sure Woods kind of kicking himself there, not being able to turn that double play, potentially having already ended this inning and
For sure.
circumvented that Moon home run. Shoots that one back to the pitcher, and Habersham going to flick it to first base to finally end things here for Mays, but not before Redan has jumped out to a 3-0 lead. We'll be back for more here at the Minority Baseball Prospects High School Showdown from LakePoint Sports. On to the second inning here at LakePoint Sports. Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia's Shon Blackburn. 3-0 is the Redan lead here. Bernard Moon, who hit that 2-run home run in the top of the first inning, going to continue on the mound. He's going to see Anthony Bivens, the center fielder, followed by Quantavious Johnson and Loden Habersham, the pitcher.
See if Mays can strike back with some runs.
Moon pumps that in there at 84, but it's going to be a ball. Comes back at 83, gets that one for a strike.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but shortstop for Redan, Danielle Ortiz, he really looks like a young version or a mini as Drupal Cabrera. He's got to mimic his game after him. He's wearing number 13. Looks like same exact accessories that as Drupal Cabrera used to wear.
See him bouncing around.
During warm-ups, I was like, that's got to be his favorite player or something, because I mean that looks like him out there.
You got to be pretty gutsy to say as Drupal Cabrera on a live broadcast, because that's a hard one to pronounce sometimes.
Saw him, torch the Braves a couple times on TV.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Moon gets strike 2. Bivens watches there. Doesn't get the strike, makes it 2-2. A lot of life in Moon's fastball here, a lot of movement. Haven't seen a lot of breaking pitches from him. Let's see if he gives him one here. No, goes back with another strike. That one popped up. Moon calls him off, but nearly backed away. The charging Derek Peoples, the third baseman. But Moon able to get underneath it and get the first out.
There's some sweet cleats that Peoples is wearing there.
Yeah.
You see it as he's walking or running back to his position. The gold.
So got some gold trim.
Yeah.
All right, this is Quantavious Johnson, the right fielder.
Martinez telling his left fielder to shade back a little bit.
Yeah, Johnson really crowding the plate. See if Moon challenges him inside here, if he's going to, right, he backs off a little bit. The outside that gets the call there for strike one. They get 1-1. 1-1-1 here for number one. Swing and a miss.
Still sticking with that fastball.
Yep. Challenge them. If they can't beat you, keep pumping it in there.
It's working.
Another fastball. Martinez knew they had that one. He dances away to push it around the horn. Nope. A little smile from Martinez there as he comes back. He's having fun.
Made it look slick, too.
He did. This is going to be the pitcher, Loudon Habersham. I'm sure he's pressing up there. He's going to try to make something happen after running into some trouble himself on the mound the last half an inning. Flicks that one to second base and going to be in time for the final out. Ian Everett, the Jackson State commit, able to end things, and we're going to go on to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 Redan here at LakePoint Sports. On to the bottom of the second here at LakePoint Sports. Redan with a 3-0 lead on Mays here at the Minority Baseball Prospects High School Showdown. You see D'Anthony Marks, the DH here for Redan, followed by Adrian Martinez, the catcher, and then back to the top with Jason Avila. Alex Weich, the man behind the Minority Baseball Prospects organization, is the head coach here at Redan, putting on a show here early on with his club. Sends that one sky high, and Termarr Johnson called off there. The third baseman, Nicholas King, able to make the play for the first out. A nice quick route to out number one here for Loudon Habersham after some struggles in the first inning for Mays. All right, here comes Adrian Martinez, the catcher. Martinez, the 21st ranked catcher in Georgia in the class of 2023.
Yeah, you can tell by, his glove back there. He's really active behind the plate, and he's already thrown out one runner, being Termarr Johnson, and now let's see what his bat is up.
Yeah, a lot of energy from this kid for sure.
Yeah. He's rocking the football-type pants there with the riding above his knee.
Well, he's calling attention to the quads. You know, when you're a catcher and you got them squats in, you got to let people know.
You got to show them off.
I'd imagine it probably has something to do with his shin guards and not wanting them to get, you know, the pants to get stuck around there. If they're pulled up like that, probably makes it a little more comfortable for him.
Yeah, and that's been the new trend of baseball, I guess, all around. Not sure who started it. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but I've seen it a bunch in high school baseball and even college baseball. It's carried over to it.
All right, 2-2's the count here to Martinez, and Haversham looking a lot more comfortable after some miscues in the first inning. He hits Martinez. Shouts into his glove as he goes down for the ball. He had him at 2-2, and certainly that's the last thing you want. And then you got Jason Avila, the Florida State-bound center fielder, now coming up to the plate for Redan.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an announcer jinx that you just put on him.
Well, you know, not a lot was going right for him in the first inning. You get one pitch, one out, and then you get 2-2. You know, things looked like they were going a little bit better for him, but now he's got some traffic on the base pass with the best hitter on this Redan team stepping into the plate. See if the courtesy runner here for Martinez is going to be active on the base pass. Avila flicks that one past Termarr Johnson into center field, left center. Yeah, that one's gonna carry, folks. And we're gonna have a fourth run crossing for Redan, and Avila in for the RBI triple, raising the roof there at third base. It's a nice drive there from Avila.
Yeah, and you see his ability to go the other way there. Take what's given you. He's another guy. I mean, he's committed to Florida State, so he might not see the best pitches either. He's able to adjust there and shoot it right through the hole.
Saw an opportunity and capitalized, and so now it's going to be Ian Everett, Jackson State commit, second baseman, to build on this 4-0 Redan lead. Now watches outside for a strike on the corner. If you're Mays, you need something good to happen here, not let this thing get out of hand. Not a lot has happened for them offensively so far. That one bounces into the dirt and going to skip away, and Avila going to make it a 4-0 lead for Redan. Excuse me, 5-0 lead.
And that's a tough block for the catcher. Tried his best, but the ball still bounced away, and Avila was able to scamper in to score a run.
All right, 1 was the count to Everett. Shoots that one into the left. Going to drop down in front of the left fielder for a base hit, but he's going to coast into second. Belly flop slide and going to be in for a double. Just did the Karate Kid pose. Danielson crane kick action there at second base from Ian Everett.
I thought for a second that Johnson was going to be able to track that one down all the way in the shallow left, but he was able to drop right in between him and the left fielder.
He showed some good speed there, trying to get close to that ball, and the ball just took a weird bounce in front of the left fielder, Makai Smith.
But credit to Everett, he never stopped running. He was able to get all the way in there to second.
There's a shortstop, Daniel Ortiz. Low hands here in the stance. Watches a strike.
Got a feeling that if Danielle gets a hold of a ball, it's not it might not come back.
Here comes the 0-1. There's that nice breaking ball again, but does not get a call strike. 67 miles an hour on the scoreboard. It's now a 1-1 count. All right, the delivery from Habersham. Spins away. You can try to get him, Everett, in a rundown, but able to get back in time.
Got him on the inside move, but when the runner's that far off, you got to run him back to second instead of throwing it to third there.
I'm sure Termarr Johnson telling him exactly that. All right, 1-1 is the count. Danilo Ortiz one out here in the bottom of the second. A 5-0 lead for Redan. Habersham goes inside again with that breaking ball, but can't get the call. It's 2-1. Delivers the 2-1. That one flicked down the third baseline. Going to be some more Redan runs. Make it 6-0. Ortiz going to stand on second with an RBI double.
That one looked like it got in on his hands, but he was still able to hit it hard and get it down the third base line, keep it fair.
Yeah, those low hands there in the setup and just some quickness. He's able to drive it down the third baseline. Now here comes the pitcher again, Bernard Moon, who of course hit a 2-run jack his first time up. Termarr Johnson out there having a conversation with Habersham. This will be a frustrating turn of events for him. My team fall behind here 6-0 in the second inning. All right, Moon has been arguably the best player of this game thus far, delivering a 2-run home run, and he's looked awfully impressive on the mound. Has yet to give up a hit, and he shoots another one into left. This one, though, going to be playable. Oh, the outfielders nearly collide, but Makai Smith able to make the play for the second out.
Tried for another extra base hit there. Looks like he just got right under it.
Yeah, a little lift.
Big swing from him, though.
All right, Danilo Ortiz continues at second base, and Habersham now going to face the left fielder, Manolo Parcell. Parcell shoots that one into right. Closing as a center fielder, able to make the play and get out of the inning, but not before seeing Redan extend their lead to 6-0. We'll be back here with more shortly from LakePoint Sports. It's the top of the third inning here at LakePoint Sports. Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia's Shon Blackburn. It's a 6-0 lead for Redan over Mays here. the Minority Baseball Prospects High School Showdown, and all eyes came to be on Termarr Johnson, the #1 player in the country. But Redan has more than put on a show here thus far, especially this guy on the mound here, Bernard Moon, who starts first baseman Jacob Jordan off with a strike.
Yeah, and Redan's just got a real good collective unit of talent that you can see. Their lineup's deep. It's every batter's putting together a good at bat, and the top of that order's put together a lot of runs so far.
Yeah, and Moon has just been in absolute attack mode, has yet to give up a hit. He just keeps firing away with that fastball, and
he's working quick too. He's getting the ball and right back at it.
Yep, gets the strikeout there of Jordan to start things off, and now here comes the left fielder Makai Smith. He's been living around the 83, 84 range with that fastball, and just keeps pumping him in there. We've really yet to see anything other than him just going fastball, fastball, fastball against these hitters, and there's another one at 82.
Yeah, seems like he's kind of found his groove, and like I said, he's in that rhythm where he's just catching the ball back on the mound and pumping strikes in there.
Yeah, not a lot of wasted time.
No, not at all.
Misses high there at 83.
He's got a good defense behind him, so you might as well throw strikes, let the defense work, and rack up strikeouts as well.
Shoots that one back towards Moon, and he makes the play for the second out, excuse me. We're back to the top of the order here with Nicholas King and Termarr Johnson on deck. See if Moon can end things and keep the #1 player in the country waiting until the next inning to hit.
Yeah, and I'm sure Mays coaches would like the lineup to roll over to Termarr, get him up with some runners on, get some runs in.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like that's
No, it is going to happen. Daniel Ortiz able to stop the ball, but unable to make the play. The throw comes off there, and the first baseman pulled, and so Nicholas King going to be safe, yeah.
Pulled him a little bit off the line.
All right, so that's going to mean the second at bat here for Termarr Johnson. Walked in his first AB. See what he has in store here, Moon, for the second time around against the #1 player in the country.
See if he gets anything inside that he can yank to right field.
Yeah, and I think if you're Johnson, if you're the Mays coaches, the last thing you want right now is Nicholas King getting a little bit too far off the bag there at first. You get an opportunity here for Johnson to make something happen at the plate, and you do not want to waste this opportunity.
Right.
Ball gets away from Adrian Martinez, and
he's gonna be able to get the second, maybe.
Yep, King standing on second base. It falls off the bag a little bit, but that ball got away from Martinez. So a runner in scoring position for Mays, down 6-0 here in the top of the third inning.
This seems like a good opportunity for Mays to get on the board.
See how Moon deals with Termarr Johnson. 2 outs in the inning, 1-0 is the count. It's back outside. May not be throwing him anything to hit here in this AB.
Yeah, I'm sure, Redan coaches are telling Moon to keep it away. Don't really want to throw anything over the plate for him to get extended and hit the ball hard somewhere.
I mean, if he wants to flick the bat out there and drop in a single into left field, I'm sure they'll live with that. But
right.
Certainly you don't want this kid turning on one and parking it into the trees outside the fence here. Martinez tried to frame that one, but unable to get the call. It's now 3-0. This is the one kid you probably are going to give a roaring green light to on a 3-0 count.
No doubt. I don't even think he needs to look at his third base coach for that.
Johnson walked again. Walks on 4 pitches. So runners at first and second for Mays. Jalen Wood's going to come up to bat, second baseman.
Yeah, and I think Redan will live with that and much rather throw to somebody else in the lineup, the next guy up. Woods, it's just how it is for players like Termarr Johnson. They don't really see anything. Everyone knows who you are. Like I said, players like Jared Jones intentionally walk 4 times in a game.
So a scout I will not name told me that he was a cross-checker sent out to go see Mike Trout when he was in high school, and he said he watched him for 3 games, and he walked every single time, never got a pitch worth hitting, and he went back, and they asked him what they thought of him, and he said, I have no idea. Nobody will give him a look, and team bypassed on him, like a whole bunch of teams did as he slid down that draft board that year. So that actually, Daniel Ortiz able to end the inning there. So it's still a 6-0 lead. Mays strands a couple runners there. We continue at LakePoint Sports here. Head to the bottom of the third, a 6-0 Redan lead over Mays. It's the bottom of the third here at LakePoint Sports. Cory McCartney with you along with PBR Georgia Shon Blackburn. A 6-0 lead for Redan. We continue here. Anthony Mateo to hit with Tioni Witherspoon and Derek Peoples to follow as Redan looks to continue building on this lead. Just looked really impressive offensively, and we'll see Loudon Habersham continue on the mound for Mays. Starts off with a wild one there for ball 1. Still no action in that Mays bullpen.
I wonder how long they let Witherspoon go. Or no, not Witherspoon.
Habersham.
Wonder how long they let him go, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, your offense isn't getting a lot going. You stranded 2 runners in the last, the last AB. Your best pitcher, best player, Termarr Johnson, walked twice, not getting a lot of opportunities here to make an impact.
Yeah, you have to think if he gets in trouble again.
Yeah, maybe time. That one goes foul from Mateo. Mace has Jordan Slayton, Kerry Burrows, Cerebian Esther, and Ian Miller on the bench still. All right, 2-1 is the count here to Mateo. Shoots that one into the gap. Johnson able to make the play, but can't make a throw. Shows some range there and able to make the stop, but could not get a grip on that ball. So going to start off with a base runner here. Redan does. Kid's got range for sure, but just could not make a play to try to gun down the runner.
Yeah, had a little bit of trouble getting the ball out of his glove. I think he was going to attempt a little throw from the knees, or looked like maybe from his belly a little bit there.
Yeah.
But definitely made a good play getting to the ball.
All right, so now it's Tioni Witherspoon, the first baseman. He's got Manolo Parcell on first base. Anthony Mateo on first base. Habersham gives him a look, and Mateo tracks back. Gets that one in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Witherspoon steps out.
See if Abersham can get a double play ball or quick out here.
Misses again, arm side. This is catcher Javon Reeder doing some calisthenics here to try to get to those balls. All right, here comes the 1-1 from Habersham. Anthony Mateo off first base, throws it back to first, but can't get the runner. Mays just looking for a clean inning. Drops that one in there, but not going to get the call. 2-1. Redan scored 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second. See what they have here already. A base runner to start things off in the third. Witherspoon watches. Nice pitch there for the strike. Habersham does have that breaking ball working for him. 66 miles an hour. He's just struggled with the control a little bit on the fastball.
Right, and for right now, he's keeping that runner close to first.
Yep.
He's inching over there.
Throws back again. The fastball has not consistently been there for Habersham, and oftentimes when it is, Redan's making him pay for it. Gets away, but able to make the play, and combination there, gets the runner at second. Johnson applies the tag for out number 1.
There you go. That's might be something to get Habersham in a groove and maybe get this out here, and then got two quick outs and get the bats back in.
That's
and
right.
Get some runs on the board.
Yeah, great throw from Reeder to Johnson for the out. Well, hits Witherspoon, flicks the bat away, and he's going to stroll down to first. So another base runner, trading out for another base runner. Here comes DeAnthony Marks, the DH.
He's getting dangerously close to that lineup flipping back over. We know how dangerous the top of the order for Redan has been. If they can come up with one out, 2 outs with Avila and Everett, might spell another big inning for Redan.
All right, Marks watches strike 1. Not too much of a lead from Witherspoon at first. I don't think he's much of a threat to take off. Even that one into the dirt. Couple big bodies there at first base, looking like some fullbacks.
Those are some big boys.
1-1 in for a strike. Again, that breaking ball continues to be working for Habersham. Gets that at 66 miles an hour for the second strike. It's been an effective weapon for him. The 1-2 misses into the dirt. Nice stop there from Reeder. Catcher Adrian Martinez waits in the on-deck circle with Jason Avila looming.
That one gets away from him.
Yeah, threw that one behind 57. He missed finally on that breaking ball, just didn't have the touch. All right, here comes the 3-2. Tiona Witherspoon at first base. Anthony Marks at the plate. Shoots that one right at Termarr Johnson, unable to make the play. A diving attempt, but the ball flicked back for the second, makes the second out. So nice backup move there from Jalen Woods as Johnson tried to make the play, nearly made a spectacular grab, but he at least stopped the ball, and Woods able to make the play.
Yeah, and I think you saw Witherspoon kind of start to second base, and Johnson got excited and wanted to make the double play, but he forgot to make the first out before getting that one, making the throw to first.
All right, here comes Adrian Martinez, the catcher. All right. 1-0 count here. Adrian Martinez. Anthony Marks, the DH at first base. Flicks that one into left field. That one's going to drop down. Ball gets away from the left fielder. Marks taking off, showing some great speed as he rounds third and headed for home. It's going to be the 7th run. He's in at third. Going to call him safe. An RBI triple from the catcher, Adrian Martinez, extends this Redan lead to 7-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Got the catcher showing some speed there. He was flying around the bases. Make sure he gets to third.
That's an impressive lineup so far for Redan.
Sure.
Showing some nice pop throughout.
That's the nine-hole batter. Shooting a double down the line.
Now here comes the leadoff hitter, Florida State bound Jason Avila, looking to continue to build on this lead. They've gone 3 runs, and then 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Can't get the breaking ball for a strike. That went 58 miles an hour for a ball. Alex Weitch's Redan team just putting on a show, up 7-0. Bernard Moon, the pitcher's allowed 1 hit so far. They've out-hit Mays 7-1. Gets away. Another ball, makes it 2-0. Still no activity in the bullpen for Mays. Habersham steps off.
I'm sure they're hoping Habersham can at least get through the rest of this inning and then maybe talk about a replacement here. Oh. Gonna put Avila on first.
All right, so we're going to have runners at the corners here with Ian Everett coming up. 2 outs. In the bottom of the 3rd, a 7-0 Redan lead. Of course, the typical move here. Probably going to see Avila standing on second.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not going to waste much time trying to get to second base here. Get 2 runners in scoring position for Everett.
There goes Everett. Shoots that one to the left. That's going to be over the left fielder's head. Ian Everett taking off to go to second. Another run coming along in Avila across the plate. Another 3-run inning for Redan. Now 9-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. This lineup just putting on an absolute show for Alex Weitch.
Yeah, and that's kind of what, I was talking about earlier. Get that lineup rolled over to the top and you see what they can do.
Dangerous situation for Mays. I mean, we just saw Termarr Johnson bat in the last half of an inning and things getting away from you here. You wonder how many more times we're going to see the #1 player in the country get an opportunity to hit in this game. Here comes Shon's favorite, Daniel Ortiz, up to the plate. Runner at second in the form of Ian Everett. Oh, man, he shoots that one absolutely. Drills that one left field, but goes foul. There, he talked about it. If he got a hold of one, it wasn't coming back. And, man,
right.
He showed some power there, just missed by a hair.
He's a big kid, and he's got that big swing. Just kind of want to see him get one in his happy zone and take a big hack at it.
Yeah, I don't know if you people from this wide shot can see the shed in left field, but I have a feeling that Ortiz could easily park one onto the roof of that shed. So 2 down in the inning. 0-1 count. That one bounces away, and Everett going to easily move to third.
With the comparison I made with Ortiz earlier, it's disappointing to see he's not a switch hitter like Cabrera was.
actually going to dial it back for you a little bit further and say Martin Prado.
Martin, that's it.
I like the Martin Prado body type here.
Yeah. Big middle infielder.
Can't get the call. 2-1. There it is. Daniel Ortiz absolutely hammers that ball, and that one's going over the fence. Backtrack gone. Another home run for Redan, and he's flipping that bat, loving every moment of it here. Crosses the bags, and man, the Redan offense is just absolutely nails tonight. Now 11-0 off of a 2-run home run from Daniel Ortiz.
And Ortiz did not leave the batter's box until that ball had already landed. He took his time watching that one. Man, Cory, you called it. He almost took a shot at that shed. He wasn't too far from it.
Yeah, just some massive power in that kid. So
yeah.
now 11-0. They've got 9 hits to 1 from Mays, and that's going to be it for Logan Habersham. So we see Jason Anderson, the head coach from Mays, coming out to talk to his pitcher. Been a rough night for the Raiders right-hander. Of course, he's got Bernard Moon, the pitcher, who's already gone yard once, coming up to the plate. And well, let's say Habersham's going to continue. All right, let's see how aggressive Moon is after 2-run home run from Daniel Ortiz.
Takes a big hack at the first pitch, too.
Yeah, that one going onto the field to the right of us.
Gotta think he, after seeing Ortiz hit one out there, you know, maybe thinks Ortiz tried to one-up him. Maybe he tries to.
He says, this is my game. You see, look at that. I've held him to 1 hit so far and shut out and homered. Makes it 1-1. Yeah, 1 through 4, this has been a really potent Redan Raiders lineup when you think about Avila, Everett, Ortiz, and here Moon. Not an easy out among them.
No, not at all.
All right, 2-1 count. 5 runs have scored so far for Redan here in the bottom of the third. They lead 11-0. Another massive shot from Moon, and that one's going back towards the fence, and that one's going to be up against the wall, and he's going to be headed to second base for a stand-up double. Moon with a home run and a double so far.
I think Moon thought he got that one. Kind of took his home run celebration a little bit earlier. Had to hit into another gear when he saw the ball land in front of the fence.
Yeah, that one would have been about 385 if he would have hit that one up and over.
Another shot, though.
Yeah, just
Redan offense.
A lot of hard contact here from this Redan lineup. Here comes Manolo Parcell, the left fielder, the runner in scoring position. Excuse me, this is Deltrick Berry coming in as the pinch hitter.
Yeah, with this big lead, I think Redan is looking to get some other players in the lineup, get some at-bats.
Starts Berry off with a One outside for ball one. Pinch runner in for Bernard Moon at second. Back at 66 for another ball. Anthony Mateo, the right fielder, waiting in the on-deck circle. There comes the 2-0 from Habersham. Barry sends that one into the concourse past third baseline. All right, 2-1 is the count, 2 down. A lot of damage from Redan here has come with 2 outs in this inning. And the 2-1. Oh, hits Barry right on the foot, headed to first base. Jason Anderson walking back out for the second time in the last 5 minutes. We're going to see the end of the day here for Loudon Habersham. Still no one coming over to take the ball from Habersham. Actually, the center fielder, Anthony Bivens, looks like he's coming in taking off a wrap off of his left hand. Yeah, looks like we're going to see the center fielder, Bivens, get an opportunity to pitch here as Habersham makes his way off the field. All right, so it will be Bivens taking over for Habersham with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Mays trailing 11-0. Excuse me, this is Quintavious Johnson, the right fielder, actually. Thought he was coming in from center field, but this is Quintavious Johnson.
See if he can come in and get that last out that Mays needs.
We're going to see a little bit more heat here from Johnson. That big frame. First pitch at 70. We'll see what he can push it up to. Now that one is 71, but he's throwing it over the plate, so we'll see what happens here as Redan tries to keep building on things. They've got runners at first and second. Bernard Moon doubled and was replaced by a pinch runner. Deltrick Berry came in as the pinch hitter, hit on the foot.
Just when we thought, I mean, the inning didn't start off too bad for Habersham, but it got away from him after, I can't remember what happened.
Yeah, just the big blow from Daniel Ortiz really
Right.
broke things open, and you know, you had the RBI triple from Jason Avila, and it just was all, you know, Ian Everett then comes through with a run scoring hit, and it was just on and on and on. Just stringing them together did Redan, and building on this lead. Their biggest inning so far. They scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 here so far in the bottom of the third. Got another runner in scoring position as they bring Anthony Mateo, the right fielder, up to the plate. See if Quintavious Johnson can get Mays out of this. Johnson at 69 there after largely being around 70, 71, so we'll see what he can do. Batter stepping in, but the rest of the Mays players still congregating at second base as they now go back to their spots.
All right. It's time to see what Johnson has.
We'll see if this is a case of a pitcher or a position player pitching. He gets that one there for a strike, 68. A little more funk in his delivery than Habersham had.
Yeah, it's a lot of herky-jerky action at the end there.
Makes it 1-1. He's not wasting any time. Now 2-1. Let's glance at the runner. Johnson fires. Another ball. One pitch away from loading things up for Tioni Witherspoon. That one popped up, and Termarr Johnson calls him off and makes the play. Oh, no. So we're going to call infield fly.
I think the ball got lost in the light there for
Something.
Johnson. I think he dropped it.
Yeah, it looked as though unable to make the play, and it's now 12-0.
Yeah.
With Tioni Witherspoon up to the plate with the runners of the corners. Tough read there on Johnson. He had waved off the third baseman.
Yeah, not really a play they usually see from a player of his caliber, I guess. I think even he was shocked.
Yeah, he's been out there for a long time in this inning for sure.
Right.
Swing and a miss from Witherspoon makes it 2-1. Yeah, I had to count in my head there the situation for an infield fly. It certainly wasn't the case. Runner's going. Hits Witherspoon on the foot. So now we have the bases loaded for Derek Peoples, third baseman. All right, 12-0 is the Redan lead. Sends that one foul.
Peoples was taking a swing to get into the home run action, but just got in front of it. Looks like he was taking a hack.
That one bounces in front of the catcher, Javon Reeder. He's at 1-1. Shoots that one right at Termarr Johnson, going to make the play to get out of the inning. So after mishandling the previous hit, he's able to finish things up there and get out of the inning. But now 12-0 is the Redan lead as we head to the top of the fourth here at LakePoint Sports. Be back with more shortly. It's now the top of the 4th inning here at LakePoint Sports. Cory McCartney along with PBR Georgia's Shon Blackburn. A 12-0 lead for Redan here as they've absolutely dominated a game that was centered around the #1 player in the country, Termarr Johnson. And we've seen Bernard Moon and Danilo Ortiz and Jason Avila, Ian Everett really lead a dominant performance thus far for Redan as they just have absolutely taken over and stolen the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what happens. You know, other team feeds off the hype and feeds off the spotlight just as much as those around a publicized and hyped player like Johnson. And we're seeing that from the Redan Raiders tonight. Raiders, tonight. You got a Reader up to bat. I'm trying to say Redan Raiders, and it's all kind of tying itself up like
the Mays Raiders as well.
Yeah, so I feel like Sally's trying to sell seashells by the seashore. All right, that one going to be able to be play made, and what a fantastic throw there from the third baseman, Derek Peoples, to make that play. Great throw on the run.
Made that play look easier than it is.
Yeah, just an off-balance throw, a fantastic defensive move there from Derek Peoples. So one down for the center fielder, Anthony Bivens. Mays desperately in need of trying to get something happening here in the top of the 4th. Opportunities to eat into that Redan lead are dwindling away. That one high makes it 2-0. All right, here comes the 2-0 for Moon. Misses low. Bivens with that crouch there, a little hard to pitch to, but gets a strike there.
After being in the dugout for a long time, it's hard, sometimes hard for a pitcher to come back out and throw strikes.
Yep.
Look as good as he did in the early innings.
That one inside, so we're going to have a base runner here for Mays, one of the few they've had this game. Last time they did, stranded 2. So we'll see what happens here as they now turn things over to Quantavious Johnson, who has moved from right field to pitcher in the last half of an inning. This guy was just a massive frame. I imagine he can do some certifiable damage. We'll see if he can get a hold of one. Watch us strike one. 80 miles an hour on the scoreboard. Bivens with the lead. Johnson swings through for the second strike. 81.
Big cut, but just a little bit late on it.
Again, I can't remember us seeing anything but fastballs from Bernard Moon this entire night. So far, it's not cost him.
Yeah, he hasn't really played around.
And gets a strikeout. 2 down. Another fastball, 81.
He knows this Mays lineup has struggled with the fastball, so no reason really to go to any other pitch.
Yeah, he's pitched around Termarr Johnson and thrown nothing but fastballs to everybody else.
Yep.
He had a game plan. He's sticking to it, and so far it's working. They've had 1 hit as we're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just a handful of base runners. Look back to Martinez. Go to first, but can't make it in time. One O's the count here to Loudon Habersham, who started things off as the pitcher here for the Mays Raiders. Check swing, got him. 1-1. Again, we're in the top of the 4th inning. 12-0 is the Redan lead. Habersham calls for time, steps out. Makes it 2-1. Nice stop there from Adrian Martinez to keep the base runner Anthony Bivens from advancing.
Yeah, I mean, and he's been impressive on the play. I've seen plenty of great blocks and picks that, you know, the college coaches really like to see a catcher that's that can make all those plays behind the plate.
Yeah, we've seen the stops. We've seen him throw out Termarr Johnson in the first inning after he was walked, and certainly, you know, not a lot more you can ask for from this this catcher. Again, who's said it before a couple times already. He's one of the top catchers in the class of 2023 in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, and there haven't been really many balls put in play from Mays, but just the defense as a whole for Redan has been really good when they do put the ball in play.
All right, here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout there for Bernard Moon, who continues to look awfully impressive for Redan. They lead 12-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth and see if they can continue to lead, to build on what's been an insurmountable looking lead so far for Mays. It's now the bottom of the fourth inning here at LakePoint Sports. Cory McCartney, PBR Georgia, Shon Blackburn with you. 12-0 is the Redan lead, and now we're going to see Adrian Martinez, the catcher for Redan, followed by Jason Avila and Ian Everett, getting into the real dangerous part of that lineup here for Redan. They've got 12 runs on 10 hits, including a couple home runs, one for Bernard Moon, one from Daniel Ortiz. Quintavious Johnson came in relief for Loudon Habersham. Johnson coming from right field to try to get Mays through these last couple innings, needing desperately for their offense to put something together here, extend this game. 1-1's the count to Martinez. Can't get that call on the outside. We've seen base runners in excess for Redan in this game. They're one pitch from starting with another one. All right, 3-1's the count to Martinez. That one spikes, and Martinez taking off to first base. He's going to round first and think better of it as he heads back to the bag. That one gets away from the catcher.
Yeah, they haven't lost focus with the big lead. Redan, see Martinez, he makes an attempt to try to get two on the pass ball on the walk.
Yeah, not willing to let their foot off the gas for sure. All right, Florida State bound Jason Avila steps in. Runner at first. And watches a strike. Johnson has struggled with his control since coming in relief. Not sure how many those opportunities Avila might get to connect on one. Oh, there's another one. He's going to send that one to left field, and left fielder stabs at it, but unable to make the play. And Avila headed to second base. He's going to third. Another run's going to score, and Termarr Johnson tries to make a play, but the ball comes out of his glove. And now Jason Avila, a second RBI triple for the outfielder, can headed to Florida State. He's looked awfully impressive offensively.
Yeah, he looks like a really, really good leadoff hitter, just like Termarr. Good at putting the bat on the ball, getting the barrel to the ball, and hitting it the other way. That was a hard hit ball to left field.
Now 13-0, Ian Everett, Jackson State commit, watches strike one. Makes it 1-1. Shoots that one down the third baseline, but going to be foul. Everett shaking his head. He just missing, driving in another run for the Raiders. Swing and a miss. Be a strikeout there for Quintavious Johnson, his first so far in this relief appearance. Comes big Daniel Ortiz, the shortstop. Just destroyed a ball in his last AB.
Sure, he'd like to do that again.
This is ball one. Shoots that one to third base, and throw's going to be a little, pull the first baseman off the bag, so another run scores for Redan. That's two in this inning. Now 14-0. Yeah, the throw from Nicholas King just gets Jacob Jordan off the bag, and see this continue for Redan as they just keep piling up the runs. And here's the dangerous Bernard Moon. I feel like I keep saying dangerous about everybody in this lineup for Redan, but that's been the case this game.
It's been true.
All right, Daniel Ortiz at first base. Moon shows bunt, pulls back, and Ortiz headed to second as that ball gets away from Javon Reeder. Moon puts down the bunt this time. Able to get it down. No play for King. So now runners at the corner.
Wanted to show off all his abilities at the plate. You know, he's already got the home run. He's got the double to deep center.
Now he's got a single.
He's got a bunt single.
I don't think he's going to get an opportunity at the triple. Unless this inning goes on and on and on. Here's Deltrick Berry. Got hit on the foot in his first AB off the bench. Runners at the corners for Redan, up 14-0. Berry shoots that one into right field. Nice swing there. Played another run. 15-0. Umpire's going to call game. It's going to bring an end to things. We didn't quite get to see the show that maybe we thought we would from Termarr Johnson, potentially the #1 pick in the upcoming MLB draft. But man, Redan, Shon, absolutely put on a show. We saw a couple home runs there from Daniel Ortiz, Bernard Moon, and Jason Avila. Ian Everett and co. just looked completely dominant at the plate, and Moon just was nearly untouchable on the mound, just giving up one hit in his 4 innings of work.
Yeah, it was a really good showing by the entire Redan lineup. Top to bottom, I think almost everyone got a hit. If not, everyone made it on base. But it showed on the scoreboard. 15-0. They run a little maze here.
All right, well, Alex White's the man behind Minority Baseball Prospects. His team, Redan, just absolutely dominant in their first trip here to the field at LakePoint Sports in this event, and they'll be back with more tomorrow. Appreciate everyone tuning in to join us. I'm Cory McCartney. He's PBR Georgia Shon Blackburn. Thanks for watching. See y'all in next time.